Okay, in this video, I'm coming to draw a second block in isometric. So this is what you first do. You see, you have to get the dimensions from the down edges. You see, from here to this point is 90. So you have to draw your line from this and from here to here, and also get a vertical line from here to here, which measures 13. So this is what you are coming to do first. So you can construct an imaginary horizontal line, then you draw your vertical line. Okay, let me deepen the pencil so that it will be visible. Yeah. Okay. So on this line, the dimension is 90, so you have to let it be a little long. And this line too. Alright. So in the diagram, if you see from here to here is 10, and in between this space is 16, and this space too is also 10. So we take the dimensions on the drawing and then we extend the lines. Okay. So this is how you're gonna do this one too. So extend here. This is my 10. This is my 16. And this is my 10. Alright. Okay, so I'll draw my first vertical line. Second one. And the third one. And since we know the dimension from here to here is 13, I'll take the measurements 13. Here. And then I'll join them with my 30 degrees set square. Yes, and we know that from the diagram too, from here, it has the same dimension from this to this place. So this measurement will also be 13. So with the help of our 30 degrees set square, we just transfer the dimension. And as I said earlier, from here to here is 90. So we take our 90 millimeters measurement and join them. Okay. All right. So we are to draw our semicircle here, which has a radius of 20 millimeters, and its center is in the middle of this edge, which is the 90 millimeters edge. So we gotta measure 45 millimeters from this side to get the center. Then we draw our semicircle using the rhombus method. So this is what you're gonna do. You measure 45 on this edge, which is the center. 45. So we now have the center for our semicircle. So before you use the rhombus method to draw a semicircle, you need a square which has dimensions of the diameter of the circle, which is 40 millimeters, since the radius is 20. So I'll stand here and measure 20. This is my 20 from the center to this side, and this is my 20 from the center to my left side, and this is my 20 from the top to the center, and this is my 20 from the center to down. Okay, and I join my square. And look at how I'm joining my square. Oh, because my lines are not touching, I have to join them. This should help me draw my semicircle. All right, so this is my square for the semicircle that I want to draw here. So after I've got my box, this is what I'm going to use to draw my semicircle here with radius 20 millimeters. So this is what I do. I join the longest diagonal with a straight edge. Alright, then I take these two centers of these edges and join them to this point, like this. So that's my first line from the center of the edge on top to this point, and from here to alright. After joining my diagonal line and joining the middle of this edge to this point and the middle of this edge to this point, I take my compass, stand at this intersection, my first intersection, open to this point here in the middle of the edge on top. Then I draw an arc. Because I don't need a down circle, I need only a semicircle. I wouldn't have to come and stand here and draw this arc to come and join this line. So what I do again is I stand at this point and open to the middle of the edge on top. Then I draw an arc to come and join here. So like that. And now my semicircle is complete. So when you look on the diagram, you could see there's a semicircle with radius 20 millimeters. So what I finally do is, with the help of my 30-degree set square, I join this line to the edge of the semicircle. All right, and that will be our edge here. Okay, so we are continuing. From here, we are coming to draw our box on top, then draw the circle. Then after that, we join our lines to the drawing. So this is what we're gonna do. We know from the base edge to the top edge is 44 millimeters apart. So this is what we're gonna do. And the edge from this point touches the edge here because the radius is 20. Moving from here to here is 20. Moving from here to here is 20. And this too has a dimension of 40. So that means from here to here is 20. Then it joins here. And from here to here is also 20. And it joins to this line. So we are coming to draw our box here. Then we draw our circle in it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll first take my measurements. 44. and with my 30 degrees set square, I draw a line. So this is my line. Because it meets this street edge here, I have to transfer the line to this part also. So this is what I do. Okay. Then I take the measurement here, which is 40. Yeah. So that's my 40. And from the diagram the breadth of the square on top is 36. So I measure my 36 on this line and I complete the rectangle. So this is my 36. Take my measurements. Then I join it to complete the rectangle on top. So I'm about to draw the circle in the middle, which has a diameter of 28 millimeters. So what I need to do first is to find the center of this circle and then draw it using the rhombus method. Okay, so how do I find the center? I'll just find the middle of the edges, which is the 40 millimeters. This middle is 20, and with the 36, the middle is 18. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. All right. So when I join these centers, when I join them, I'll get the center for my circle. So this is how I join them. All right, so I've got my center. And I know my center has diameter 28. So I'll need a distance of 14 from the center to this side, 14 from here to this side, 14 from here to this side, and 14 from here to this side. So that I will get my square and draw the circle in it. Okay. So I take my ruler, I take my dimensions too. So my first 14 is here. 14. All right. From here to let me try this one. Hey, this one. My 14 is rather here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. My 14 is rather here. From here to this is my 14. Yeah. From here to this is my 14, and from here to this is my 14. Okay, so I join my square so that I'll be able to draw my circle. Alright, so I draw a line through the point. Yeah, so I've got my square. So to draw the circle, I'll join the longest diagonal, which is from this point to this point. And then I'll join the point in the middle of this edge to this point. So first I do this. Then I join the point in the middle of this edge, this point, to the same point here. Alright, so this is how we use the rhombus method to draw your isometric circle. So what I do next is stand at the first intersection, open to this point, that is the middle of this edge. Then you draw your arc. So this is my arc. Then I come to stand at the second intersection, open to the point in the middle of this edge. Then I draw my arc again to come and touch the other point here. So to draw the other part of the circle, you stand at where the two lines come to meet. Then you open to any one of the points, the middle of the edges. You can open to this side, you can open to this side. Just that when you draw your circle, it will come and touch. So this is it. I'm starting from here. That's it. Then I'll come and stand at this point, opposite to this one. That same place. So I open to the point here. I join the arc to the point here. Okay, to the point here rather. So from here to here. So you can open to this point or this point. It will give you the same thing. Alright, so I'm joining them. Now my circle is complete. As you can see, I've drawn the top and I've drawn the circle here. So what's left for me is to bring the dimensions down. And I know from the diagram that from this point along this line, along this vertical line is 17. So I'll bring my vertical lines here, measure 17, and transfer the measurements here. Then I join them to the base drawings. Alright, so I'm drawing my first vertical line from this point. Okay, this is the first one. This is my second one. And this is my third one. Alright, so I measure 17 millimeters along this side. So 10, 15, 16, 17. This is my 17 millimeter mark. And I join them with my 30 degrees set square. I should have extended this line. Yeah, that's it. Then I join them to this. For this one, I wouldn't need to draw the line because our drawing has no side there, but I'll make a mark to indicate the 17 millimeter here. So I'm coming to join these points, these 2 points with a line, these 2 points with a line, and these 2 points with a line. And this is how I do it. First line, this is my second line, then this is my third line. Okay, so we are about 70% through with the drawing. So you can see we have our semicircle drawn, our circle on top drawn, our box on top too drawn. So what we have to do next is to draw the trench in front of the box. You see, and we have some dimensions here, 18. We have from here to here to be 10. In between here is 16. From here to here is also 10. So that will help us to draw the hole inside the box. So this is what we're gonna do. Because we know from here to here is also 10, then from here to here also will be 10. So we take our 10 millimeters measurement from this point along this side. So this is my 10. And from here to, I take 10. All right. So I join them with my thin lines. Thin lines. All right. So this is my first thin line. This is my first, my second thin line. All right. So with my 30 degrees set square, I'm coming to draw this line, which measures 18 from this point to this point. And when I take the 18 millimeters measurement, I draw a vertical line to join the 10 millimeter side line that we just drew. Yeah. So this is what I'll do first. I'll first draw my line here. Make it a little tall. Then I take my 18 millimeter measurement, which is here. This is my 15, 16, 17, 18. This is my 18 millimeter mark. And I join it with a vertical line to touch this line. All right. So you can see it. And then I join this one too to close the trench. You see there's a very small line here. You have to join it so that it closes the trench. So you can see we are done with the trench. We are done with this hole. It's the same thing here. From here to here measures 18. So the last thing that we are left to do is to draw the box here. This is the box, which has dimensions 10, 10. And the distance from this point to the edge of this point is 12 millimeters. So we first take our 12 millimeters from this point, and then with the vertical line we get here, we draw our square of 10 millimeters. All right. And as this 3 is here too, it shows that the distance from this line to the box is 3 millimeters. That's the indication of the 3 millimeters. So when we get the side of this square, we can easily draw the whole square. Okay. So this is what I do. So I measure 12 millimeters from this point along this edge, from this point along this edge. So here's my 12. So my 12 millimeters will help me get a side of the square that I'm about to draw. So this is going to be one side of my square with a thin line. Yeah. And I know from this space to the point of the square along this edge is 3 millimeters. So I take my 3 millimeters measurements. Yeah. Then I mark my point here. And I also know from this point to along the square has a measurement of 10 millimeters. So I take my measurements also 10 millimeters. So with this now, I can easily draw my square, the small square there. Alright, so with my mark here, I draw my line, then I draw this line too. So I come and take, because it's a square, you have to take 10 millimeters on top too. Yeah, 10. And then you join it with a vertical line too. There. Alright. So this is my box there. Okay, so we are continuing with our box here. And you see the dimensions are 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. So it's a square and there's a line passing through which comes to meet another hole inside the circle on top of the drawing. So we are coming to continue with our line here and draw the box inside. So this is what I do. I pick my 30 degrees ruler to draw my 30 degrees line to pass through the square. So to draw the box inside, I draw a vertical line from this point to come and touch the line passing through. Then I extend it here. Okay, like this. So this is my vertical line. It intersects this horizontal line here. Then I send it here. Example. So you can see the box inside has two lines. The first line and the second line. We have drawn this line. We are about to draw the second line. Okay. So this is our first line. And the second line too, it touches this line which passes through the center of the box on top. So you draw the line from the point it touches the horizontal line. Like this. To touch this isometric line. Yeah. So with your free hand, then you draw a curve to touch the circle from this point with your free hand. Yeah. So the box inside, I'm deepening them. Alright. Okay, so we are to draw this one at the back. This one you put your 30 degrees square at this point. You draw like you measure 1 centimeter, that is 10 millimeters, and then you join it to here, like I'm coming to show you. So this, I take my 10 millimeters measurement here, which is just here, and then this line has to be parallel to this line. So this is how I draw my parallel line. Okay. So this is the end of the second assignment.